Hey, Kennis Russell here. Hope you're doing well. I am doing awesome. Got 4 new pedals from MoVall Pedals, and I'm really excited about it. Today, I'm going to be doing a demo and a review of the Busy Bee preamp. It's awesome. Check it out. All right, we're looking here at the MoVall Busy Bee. Here's the box here. Just dig into this guy, see what you can expect. Comes in a pretty nice packaging. I've already opened this up once, but it's got a nice little case here. It's got a little bit of sparkle. Not sure how good you can see that in there. Very nice, very solid. It's a lot of times pedals are not super solid and made out of cheap metal. This is actually really good. One of the things I like about it in here is it's got 2 feet that it comes with. One is a Velcro feet that can go on like a pedal board like this. And the other one, if you don't want to do that, you can just put this long rubber foot on there, which is kind of cool. I like that better than doing 4 different ones like that. On the back here, you'll see it's got a 9-volt adapter, or it shows you that it takes a 9-volt adapter that plugs in here to the side, and does not come with it. So you'll have to get that on your own. Pretty good quality jacks, good button here. These knobs up here are also, they're pretty sturdy on there as well. Looking at the controls up here at the top, you've got the high right here. This is the EQ. You've got high and low EQ. And then you've got a volume here. Okay, also in here, it's got a little instructional deal. The controls here at the top are the volume, obviously, here adjusts. Sorry, the volume here obviously is going to adjust how loud the pedal is. And then you've got your high and low frequencies here on the sides here. So then this knob here is going to adjust the amount of gain on the pedal. So it's very similar to kind of like an amp, honestly, and that's why it's called the preamp boost. But basically, you're gonna crank your gain to get more distortion, like you would on the preamp of your tube amplifier, and then your volume, you can kind of balance that out to whatever volume you want. So if you want a lot of gain, you're going to probably have to back up the volume a little bit. But if you want just a little bit of gain, you're going to gain, meaning basically distortion. You're going to have to boost up the volume a little bit more. So with this pedal, the basic thing is to get the EQ the way you want it, then get the tone the way you want it, and then you're going to adjust the volume to the level that you want it. So let's give this guy a listen and to see what it sounds like. All right, so you've seen what it looks like, kind of get an idea of how it feels and the sturdiness of it. Now, the important part, take a listen to how it sounds. So I'm gonna kind of dig in here, give some of my tones that I've got playing through a Mexican Strat, just a regular Fender Strat with, I've got my volume and the tone for the most part all the way up. I might be switching back and forth to different pickups, but that's kind of where I'm set. Playing through a Fender Bassman 20. It's a pretty bass responsive amp, so if you're getting a lot of bass, that's probably what it is. But anyway, here we go with the Busy Bee. Now the Busy Bee is a preamp overdrive or a preamp pedal. Let me kind of explain what I kind of feel that is on a tube amplifier, you've got your preamp and then your mains. And your preamp is kind of where you get more of your gain sound from, your distorted sound, and then your main is mostly just, or your master is your volume. So, like on this amplifier here, I'm like right, if I push it a little bit, I'm right to where it can kind of break up just a little bit getting into the distorted area, but mostly it's just a clean sound. So when, this amp here, this kind of pedal is perfect for, because I don't have 2 channels, I don't have the ability to switch from one to the other. So a preamp pedal gives us a little bit of boost and gives it kind of a tube sound as it is kicked in. So basically the more you turn the gain, the more distortion you're going to get, just like most distortion pedals. But because it's a preamp pedal, it is acting like the preamp in your guitar or amplifier. So hopefully that kind of makes sense, but you'll be able to hear it more than you can just me talking about it. So here's my dry sound. And here is with the pedal, just turn all the way down basically. See how it's just barely kind of breaking up. you know, I could probably get this amplifier into that range if I cranked it up a little bit hotter. But it gives me a lot of versatility being able to use a pedal instead of an amplifier to get that crunch. Also, it's going to function similarly to an amplifier where if you turn down your volume, you're still in the clean sound, and when you want to get more of a dirty sound, so just for me, this is how I would set up a pedal like this. To me, it's all about matching the tone of your guitar. So I'm kind of particular on that. You know, you spent money on your guitar and you want the pickups and everything to be the way they're supposed to be. And then all the effects should kind of be complementing that tone. Unless you're wanting a different tone in one of your effects. But for an overdrive pedal like this, a preamp pedal, you're probably going to want to have your natural tone coming through as much as possible. So what I'll do is I'll just set this tone the way that it sounds the most similar to my guitar. So I just give it a strum, turn it on, and then mimic the same tone, create the same tone. Now I'm going to mess up the tone a little bit just so that I can hear the difference. So here, you can tell I'm really bass heavy, so I'm going to roll off the bass a little bit. Seems like it's got a little bit too much. Let me see what that does, just basically 12 o'clock. Might be a little bit of... The volume difference is making a little bit of a perceivable difference, but that's pretty good. Now what you want to do is set the level of gain that you're looking for. So right now I'm literally turned all the way down, but it's still got a little bit. So I'm going to turn it up kind of at 9 o'clock maybe. Turn the volume down just a little bit, balance that out. Like that. All right, I'm gonna put it up at 12 o'clock. High down a little bit. There you go. Let's crank it all the way up. Just see what it does. see that much of a difference once it gets past 12 o'clock. Maybe a slight, little bit more volume, but not too much more gain. So on this pedal, I think that for me, the sweet spot's somewhere in this range, depending on what you're looking for. Yeah, I like that a lot. You know, the volume, basically you're just gonna adjust the volume accordingly. Now another way that you could use this pedal is you could put it in front of a distortion pedal. And that would give you kind of like a boost that would go into creating more distortion, more gain into another pedal. So if you have another you know, tube screamer or distortion pedal or fuzz pedal, if you put this in front of it, you know, so you're going guitar to the busy bee into another pedal, this could boost and get even more gain on your other pedal. So that's another function that this would have, is if you have a setup, you say, I really do like my distortion now, but you know, it's more of a rhythm distortion, but when I want to play a solo, I just need a little bit extra bite. You can set this up right before it, and when you kick it on, it's pushing that other distortion just a little bit harder. And you can even adjust the EQ to where maybe it's getting a little bit more mids, highs for that solo. Then it's using the other pedal for more of the grind and the grit. So anyway, that's just another way you can use a preamp pedal than just as a distortion pedal. So for me, I really think that this guy is going to go on my pedal board. I've been spending a lot of time recently, you know, getting everything set up perfectly the way I like it, and I thought that I had exactly the tone that I wanted, but I really like the saturation that this has. I really like, actually, I like the transparency, I should say, that this pedal has, where it doesn't, I'm not just going, oh, that's just a bunch of just digital distortion. If you were to tell me, if I was just listening to that, and you told me that that was a tube distortion, I'd believe you. And for me, I just like to use it just with a little bit of breakup in there. Mind you, there's no reverb, there's no delays happening here, so if you match this pedal with the other right pedals, the other right effects, you're going to have an amazing sound. So I actually cannot recommend this guy enough. And it's kind of a brother here, the Black Widow, is an awesome pedal as well. I've done a review of that on YouTube as well. So you can't really go wrong with it. The Black Widow is a little bit more of a distortion pedal. Busy Bee is a preamp pedal, preamp distortion. So this is a little bit more transparent than the Black Widow, but the Black Widow is also. So check both of those guys out if you're trying to decide which one you want to buy. But I can't be happier with these, and I cannot wait to get actually both of these on my pedal board. And I'll probably, like I said, put this Busy Bee in front of this Black Widow. Anyway, hopefully you like this video. I really like this Busy Bee MoVall pedal, and I'll be putting it on my pedal board shortly. So anyway, if you did like this video, please hit the like button, comment button, subscribe on YouTube. Check out my other videos. I'm going to review all 4 of these guys. I've got a fuzz pedal, octave fuzz pedal, a phaser, and this is also an overdrive pedal as well. So, but this has been the Busy Bee preamp overdrive pedal, and I really, really like it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.